What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists, and welcome to this episode of There Is Only Warhammer, where we look at the updates coming out from the Warhammer community website via Games Workshop. And in this episode, as you can see, we're looking at the Ultima Founding. So let's go through and see what that's all about. So obviously I'll be looking at the screen that's before you. Okay, so another piece of new lore from the new edition today as we look at the Ultima Founding. In the wake of the Gathering Storm, the scattered Space Marine chapters of the galaxy have been bled dry, facing gigantic warp storms that swallow whole systems, constant attack by the forces of chaos, rampaging Xenos and more. The Adeptus Astartes are stretched thinner than ever. Many chapter planets are now actively under siege. Some chapters are confirmed as destroyed or lost, and even those faring relatively well have suffered high casualties and are in desperate need of reinforcement. Not sounding good, is it? That's not sounding good at all. Enter Rabote Guilliman and his Primaris Space Marines. The newly reinstated Lord Commander of the Imperium has decreed that those chapters most devastated by the ongoing wars should be amongst the first to be reinforced with this new breed of warrior, starting with the Ultramarines, but also deploying these new Space Marines to every other chapter in need. Guilliman aims to reinforce the Imperium's scattered defenders across the galaxy. It's not just as reinforcements to existing chapters, though. Guilliman has also ordered the creation of a host of new chapters, the Ultima Founding, composed entirely of Primaris Space Marines. The warriors of these new chapters were created entirely using the new processes discovered by Belisarius Cawl and established with all the necessary weapons, armour and equipment that they'll need to conduct their defence of the Imperium well. Little devil, eh? What's he up to? These chapters still trace their genetic lineage back to the gene seed of the first founding and scions of all 9 Loyalist legions emerged from the vaults beneath the Red Planet. They benefit from 3 additional organs and larger size, but it still remains to be seen if Cawl was able to successfully stabilize any of the known genetic deviations or impart any additional resistance to the effects of chaos. What do we think, people? Stop there. What do we think about that? It's got a bit of coffee here. While I muse, I mean, I know it's obvious from a business point of view, it's genius on the part of Games Workshop, because everybody's got Space Marines, or most people have got or have had Space Marines, so they think, I don't need to get any more. Most people have got their quota. I know I have. So we can't make people buy Space Marines. That's our like iconic figure or thing in Warhammer. So what do? I don't know, we'll make a new breed of Space Marine. That's how Octa will do. Or they could have gone the route of new chapters, which they're kind of doing both by the sounds of it. So anyway, many of these new chapters have been assigned homeworlds on the edge of the Great Rift, the Imperium's new frontline in the war against chaos. Though some have inherited the empty fortress monasteries of chapters that have been lost to the attrition of constant war, many of these worlds face a continuous battle against the demons of the warp, as well as an unpredictable mix of Xenos, raiders, pirates and invaders. If you are looking for an excuse to embark on a Space Marine army come the new edition, this is it. Here's a page from the upcoming Warhammer 40,000 book showing off not only how those new Primaris Space Marines look in the colours of some familiar chapters, but also showing off a whole new ones. And there you go, 1,000 chapters. Zoom in a bit for you there. As outlined in the Codex Astartes, Space Marines organised into independent armies called chapters, of which there are roughly 1,000 spread throughout the galaxy. Each chapter maintains its own fleet, heraldic uniforms and distinct identity. So there you go. Just looking at these. Yeah. So there you are. Yep. Okay. Let's go back. Many new chapters have been created, so if you wanted to, this could be an opportunity to create one of your own. If the thought of creating your very own heraldry and background appeals, we've created this downloadable image of a blank suit of Mark 10 Tacticus armor for you to try some color schemes on. There you go. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's quite nice. Not bad, not bad. Have fun, don't worry, none of the big ones, though. Magnus gave it a pretty good go at Fenris. And there you go. That is the Ultima Founding. So, yeah. So in the wake of the Gathering Storm. But like I say, though, it makes perfect sense for Games Workshop to do this with the Primera Space Marines. And I didn't see what, if you think about it, what else can they do if they want to keep selling models, and particularly those models they've got to, really. They don't have any say in the matter. So, but there you go. There it is. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.